You are secretly the richest person in the world. To avoid suspicion of having so much money, you decide to work a normal office job. One day, your boss fires you. And you retaliate. Brutally. Living beyond my means always seemed not only unnecessary to me but pointless. Sure, I could do whatever I wanted and be whatever I wanted. Yet, I had seen what money could do to people and those around them. I didn't want to be another chump with yes men around me telling me how good of a job I was doing, regardless if I actually was or wasn't. So when I won the lottery, I kept quiet. Not only did I not tell my friends, I didn't even tell my family. Instead, I retained a lawyer and financial advisor and just poured everything into investments. Before I knew it, my bank account grew steadily until I was worth $140 billion. When it came to my day-to-day life, I tried to keep it simple. I didn't see any reason not to do what I loved just because my bank account was now larger than it was before. I mean, hell, I was lucky. How many people can say that they do what they love every day when they go to work? Keeping my secret from coworkers was easy. When I went on vacation to Paris, it was seen as completely normal. What they didn't know was that I took a private jet there, stayed in a suite at the Four Seasons, and ate at Michelin star restaurants each night. For a moment, my life felt perfect, but all good things must come to an end. That end was Craig. He was the new creative director at the agency where I worked, and from the moment I met him, I knew I didn't like him. For one, he had no talent. He didn't get to where he was because of his work, skills, or ability to lead a team. He had none of those. He got there because he was a bully who knew how to manipulate those around him. I wasn't one of those people and wasn't going to be. I saw straight through his act and wouldn't let him intimidate me. It didn't take long for me to realize that as soon as Craig joined my team, he had set his mind on one thing alone: destroying me. His goal was to ruin my career and turn everyone against me. He started by criticizing my work and rewriting every single word and sentence I showed him just because. His ideas were moronic and off strategy, but he was the boss. No one had the guts to call him out on it. When I did call him out, all the others would shrink down in their seats and look away. No one dared tell the boss he had a bad idea, and boy, was Craig going to make sure I paid for disagreeing with him. It started with more little things. Like that deadline, I could have sworn was Wednesday, but was suddenly moved to Monday. Without my knowledge, of course. Or files that magically went missing from the server despite having duplicates upon duplicates. With time, the little things became bigger, and they continued almost without end. I was okay with him throwing his crap at me. I could handle it. But when he began requiring the team to work weekends and then blamed it on me, it was so obvious, I don't know how I didn't see it coming. The little crap was beginning to inch closer and closer to stepping over the line. It was a Friday morning when Craig called me into a last-minute meeting. When I walked into the conference room, there sat HR, alone at the table with a folder. Craig's face went serious, and as I sat down, he told me that he was sorry, but you just aren't the right fit here. HR then explained to me that my time with the agency was terminated effective immediately and that they would ship my belongings to my home address at the end of the day.